Hello, class. I'm taping some of this down in the labs because I had a few extra minutes before my next class, so you'll get to see me in some of this. Actually, most of it I'll be the headless teacher, but I'm saying hi now, and you'll know it's me. And I'm going to study the unit circle today, and I want you to draw a circle and put it in your table of contents. I believe we're up to page 5. I'll correct that tomorrow if I'm wrong. Whatever page we're on, the next page is the unit circle. And we would draw a circle and title it unit circle. And the unit circle has a radius of 1. That's why it's called a unit circle, because a unit means 1. So the units column in our mathematical thinking of columns for numbers means the ones column. So unit, we're used to that meaning 1, so we call it the unit circle. Calling it the 1 circle would be really dumb, so we call it the unit circle. So there's nothing dumb about mathematics. Just to teach the unit circle, I'm going to get through a certain amount. Actually, I'm not headless in this one. All right, I have it set up better than I thought. The unit circle is going to take a while to teach, so I'm going to set it up today and finish it in class tomorrow. So we'll have some groundwork done tonight. And I need to check the time. All right, I'll talk for about 10 minutes, if that. All right, let's look at this circle, and I'm going to go around in degrees first. So I know that it's straight across here is 180 degrees to make half a circle. I'm interested in dividing that 180 degrees into 6 equal parts. You know how when you get the pizza, you get half of it one kind and half the other? Well, I'm interested in this half, and I want 6 equally sized pieces. I'm very hungry. So first I'll divide it there. So now I have 2 pieces of the kind I like. And now we're going to go around and take each of those quarters, which so half of a half right here, and divide it into 3. And then divide this quarter, or half of a half, into 3. And get them as equal as you can. And so you get the idea that there are 6 equal pieces on the top of this circle. So to come up with the degrees now is not difficult, because if we have 180 degrees and I divided it into 6 equal parts, each one is 180 divided by 6, or 30 degrees. So I'm going to put the degree marks in here so you can get used to putting them there and sort of getting them out of the way, because we're going to be doing other things out here on the rim. So 30, then this would be 60, 90, 180, 120, 150, 180. So I'm adding 30 in each slice. Now I'm going to continue and create the same thing on the bottom of the pizza, the part I don't like. Someone else in the household picked that. So 180, 210, plus 30, 240, 270. 270 plus 30 is 300. 330, and then 360, and we'll start at 0. So we can call that line 0 or 360. I should have written it in to begin with. So that is our trip around the unit circle in degrees. Now, we're going to get used to working in radians without converting back to degrees. So this is part of our journey. Draw yourself another unit circle, put in the same marking, so we start with half, then we divide the halves in half, so we got the quarters, and each of the quarters I'm going to divide into 3 equal pieces. So all around I've got 6 above and 6 below, I've got 12 equal pieces. So if you need to pause the video to set that up, I'm going to charge on here. Now I'm going to go around and do the same thing in radian measures. So we started 0 radians. Now, this one we already knew 180 degrees is pi radians. We've worked with that this year. So 1/6 of the way, if this from here to here is pi radians, 1/6 of the way over to pi must be pi over 6. So pi over 6 radians is the same as 30 degrees. So we've run into that in many different ways. So here it is again. After pi over 6, we're going to add 1/6 as we go around. So I'm going to write, actually I'm going to write it out here. You might want to wait until I reduce it and put the final one where I want it. So 1/6 pi, 2/6 pi, 3/6 pi, 4/6 pi, 5/6 pi, 6/6 pi, 7/6 pi, 8/6 pi, 9/6 pi, 10/6 pi, 11/6 pi, and 12/6 pi. So just counting my sixths, I just go around. But a lot of these are in an unreduced form, so I'm going to erase the ones that need reducing, reduce them, and put them in the circle where I want them. So pi over 6 is reduced. 2/6 is the same as 1/3. So I'm going to write that as pi over 3, which means the same as 1/3 pi. Then I'm going to do 3/6 pi, and 3/6 pi is pi 1/2, pi over 2. We've met that one before. 4/6 pi is 2/3. So I'm going to put it as its reduced form. 2 pi over 3 is the way I'm going to write it. 5/6 pi is already reduced. 5 pi over 6. So let me get these guys out of the rims. So we have 5/6 pi, 6/6 pi is 1 pi, so I write it like that. And now we have 7/6 pi. I don't have to reduce that one. 8/6 pi is a 4/3, so I write it as 4 pi over 3. 9/6 pi is 3 pi over 2. 10/6 pi is 5 pi over 3. 10/6 is 5/3. So I write it as 5 pi over 3. And 11/6 pi cannot be reduced. 12/6 pi is 2. So 2 pi, I mean. All right. Let me zoom in on those numbers in case they're unclear from your vantage point, because that looks a little small. All right, so you can pause it and see all the reduced forms as we want to go around the unit circle. So there we go. And just in case, I don't know if you had any trouble seeing the other one. There's that one. So you can pause them and put them in if you weren't able to follow or see what I was doing. All right, I think that's all I have time for at this point. So there'll be there's going to be a part 2. Let me see if I'm in the video here, because I zoomed in so much. Here I am. There's going to be a part 2, so come and join me on the other video, and we'll finish up our beginnings of the unit circle.